Hello everybody, let's just dive in and ask how to break down a high-tech 3D sci-fi product animation. In this video we will cover finding reference images and 3D assets, scene setup, lighting, animation techniques for models and cameras, rendering strategy with EXR files at 60 FPS, complete post-production in DaVinci Resolve. We will have a general roadmap for creating 3D product animations. So let's dive in. Reference sources. This initial step is important for the references that could guide every creative decision, from modeling to lighting and color grading. For this cyberpunk look and feel HUD device, we can collect references from several sources such as Pinterest to create dedicated boards and search terms like cyberpunk technology, sci-fi HUD interface, holographic displays, and futuristic devices. It's possible to look for lighting styles, color palettes, and design language. ArtStation is another high-quality concept to find professional work that shows technical details. YouTube helped to pull final references from 3D product animation from other creators, to be inspired by animation, camera angle, audio, and effects. While the references were collected, it's possible to arrange them into a mood board using a free reference desktop app called BeeRef. This helps lock the visual direction early and keeps the design consistent throughout the project. This makes it easy to reference specific elements during production. 3D model sites to download models and environments. The main key is to save valuable time. This project used several trusted sites such as Sketchfab, has an efficient web UI to view the 3D on-site and text the assets layers before downloading. This source offers a sci-fi spaceship environment element with a full textures. CG Trader is another great resource that provides the actual sci-fi HUD device with all the texture. One last thing, it's important to make sure to check the licensing terms before downloading and using the models or environments. Scene setup in Blender. This is where we can establish the foundation of our animation. Once everything is set up, the scene scale is an initial important action to maintain real-world units. For example, the HUD device is roughly 30 centimeters, which helps when setting up physically accurate lighting and cameras. The spaceship environment kept minimal darkness to maintain focus on the HUD device product. There was mainly a need to tweak the light and animate the nebula background texture to reflect the feeling of travel through deep outer space. The main hero HUD device sits on the spaceship deck to capture the light from the illuminated nebula. Organization is everything here. Name the objects clearly, use collections, and keep the scene clean from the start. Lighting setup. Lighting defines the mood of the scene using a cinematic setup with a strong key light, rim lighting for edge separation, and subtle fill to control contrast. Emissive HUD elements act as practical light sources, enhancing realism. Because the scene is in space, we maintain the black background and leave the nebula as a semi-HDRI and illuminated background. Model animation. The HUD is static, while the screen's HUD is mainly animated with illumination. Blender's animation modifier offers a quick way to save precious time. Instead of manually animated chunks of keyframes, there is a simple way to modify the needed pulsing screen that loops seamlessly and organically. Camera animation. The camera should be smooth, with hero shot framing and moves that show off the product from multiple angles. The shot might start really close, sliding across the surface to reveal small details, then slowly pull back and orbit to show the whole device in context. Keyframes are eased in and out so the camera never feels jerky. Small parallax movements and subtle shifts in framing keep the viewer engaged. We should make sure to set the start and end animation of the camera location while framing the shot. To add the motion graphics text later on in DaVinci Resolve. For post-production flexibility purposes, the camera animation was only set to ease in and out without speed ramping in Blender. This workflow is designed to consider the camera as an actual live camera on set with normal moves. Blender render settings. Rendering in Blender using Cycles engine for realistic visuals could take valuable time from this project. The balance is to create the necessary actions in Blender and let DaVinci Resolve do the heavy post-processing with online edit. The output format is a high-quality EXR with 16-bit depth to maintain flexibility during grading. Motion blur could add significant rendering time that could add later on post-production. This is the render settings for this project. Format: OpenXR multilayer. EXR files give you incredible latitude for color grading later. Frame rate: 60 FPS. This is essential for smooth, slow motion and speed ramping in DaVinci Resolve. Even if your final output is 24 or 30 FPS, rendering at 60 FPS gives you that buttery slow motion capability. It's recommended to render as an image sequence, PNG, or EXR rather than directly to video. If Blender crashes, we won't lose everything. Music design in DaVinci Resolve. The selected track supports the futuristic rhythm and structure, the edit around its beats and cuts. This track was downloaded from Pixabay. For cyberpunk content, the search terms could be like synthwave, new retrowave, futuristic or high-tech ambient sound. Before editing, music is chosen or designed to match the tone of the device. The simple trick is to listen to several options from the audio stock website and run the raw animated shot in loop to experience the match between the music and the shots. A great music choice can make average visuals feel incredible, while bad music ruins great work. Sound effects design. To enhance immersion, sound effects are layered on top of the music. Mechanical clicks and HUD bleeps are added to match cut and camera passes. Each sound is placed precisely so it matches specific visual cues, and levels are balanced so effect supports the visuals without overpowering the track. A bit of reverb or spatialization can make the device feel like it exists in a real environment rather than in a vacuum. Video edit in DaVinci Resolve. Following the music structure, the editing workflow can start with rough cuts, trimming and igniting the flow and rhythm of the scene, wide establishing shots, medium shots, and close-ups for details. The shots were mixed between close-ups and medium shots to increase the curiosity of the visual and parts of the product with closing wide shots of the model. Speed ramps are applied selectively, slowing down close-up shots and accelerating transitions to match the soundtrack's energy. Pacing. The edit starts slower to establish the product, then speeds up in the middle section with faster cuts, with slowdowns again for the outro. Match cut could also bring the feel of continuity between two shots. Adding realism to break the clean CG. To break that perfectly clean CG look, a few realism layers are added. Subtle film grain is placed over the shot to give texture. A touch of halation with little blur adds a more photographic feel. The goal is not to make the shot messy, but to nudge it towards something that feels captured through a physical camera. The final result is a clean, cinematic sci-fi product animation. Before exporting, we should watch the entire video multiple times, checked for audio clipping or distortion, verified no render artifacts or glitches, confirmed all text is readable and properly timed, ensured color grades are consistent across cuts. The main goal is to think like a director, not just a 3D artist. Every decision, from lighting to camera moves to music choices, should serve the story about the product. So that's the complete breakdown of creating a cyberpunk sci-fi product animation using Blender and DaVinci Resolve. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more Blender and DaVinci Resolve tutorials, and feel free to drop a comment below. Thanks for watching, and we will travel in the next video.